All right, let's watch the trailer.
So this is how it ends. The day we've been dreading has finally arrived. The darkness is here. I need you on the front lines. Close our ranks, Guardian, and form a fist.
Form. Nice.
It falls to the Guardians to protect our system. All we have left is our faith. Faith in the Traveler. Faith
You can't
in the
use your
light.
gun in the social
Faith
space game.
in you.
Not real. It's fake.
Welcome to the dinosaur tea party.
Okay. I saw them tweet this, I think, a couple days ago. It's very cute. If you haven't snagged the sweet wallpapers in our Stasis Deep Dives, head on to our fresh blog article covering the fun. Why not? It says it's fresh, so I don't know how fresh it is. We will see. That's new. Gambit Crucible Vanguard. Probably. Hey, look, it's Tim. I also have a lot of old man pictures, but don't worry about that. Ba-doop. And also a picture of Luigi. He's definitely in there too. But that was a teeny tiny Luigi, so you didn't even see it. Suit up! A few TWaBs ago, Luke Smith took some time to run through changes in our philosophy and doling out rewards through the various activities in D2. Hit the article again if you'd like to refresher on Vanity Cosmetics and more. Today we'll be focusing on the core playlist rewards, Strikes, Gambit, and Crucible. To quote the article, here's what you can expect from November 10th. Adding new armor sets for each of the core playlists, Strikes, Gambit, Crucible. This armor shares a new set of geometry with decals and shaders specific to the activity. You'll create a new sets like this each year, 4, 5, and 6. This set will arrive alongside the next expansion. So every year we'll get a new set of armor. Which was a bit sooner than that, but I'll take it. I'm happy. The armor can be earned by completing activities or through vendor rank ups. Weekly challenges are also being updated to offer avenues for players to earn higher stat packages for those armor sets. Additionally, year 4, we'll see the return of pursuit weapons. For those of you who may have joined our community the last season or two, these weapons have static perks, but allow for customization. The final 2 perk columns have multiple perks to choose from, so you can tailor your weapon to your desired playstyle. Our eagle-eyed guardians may recognize this beauty from the recent Stasis trailer. Our goal is to have pursuit weapon available per season, earned through a focused quest. Banshee will give you a choice between Strikes, Crucible, and Gambit to earn the base model. Make sure you take a moment to... Oh, wait, base model? Make sure you take a moment to think about how you want to earn the weapon, as you'll be locked into the specific objectives for whichever activity you pick. Once you finish the main quest, Commander Zavala, Lord Shaxx, and the Drifter will offer you an additional quest which will reward you with weapon ornaments to the theme of their respected activities. Oh, wow. So 3 ornaments for 1 gun? All right. If you're omnivorous and enjoy all 3 offerings, all 3 will be available to you. I like the Gamma one the most. It is kind of similar. They just got different wrappings on it. So now that we've caught your eye with some fancy armor and a new sniper, let's take a quick look at how things are changing for core activities as you launch the new adventures on November 10th. Strike, Gambit, and Crucible playlists are being streamlined. Starting on Season 12, these will be your playlists. For Crucible, Control, Elimination, Rumble, Survival, with the weekly rotator of Clash, Mayhem, and Showdown. Private matches, Iron Banner, and Iron Banner Freelance is coming back. Similar to competitive, this will be smaller node next to Iron Banner when the playlist is available. Weekend availability, Trials of Osiris. Note, added weapons rewarded those reaching the lighthouse. Return to Trials of Osiris in Season 12. More details on functionality to come in the sandbox preview, currently planned for October. This is what it looks like. Anything different back there? Anything I could sneak a peek at and be like, oh, look at that thing? Not really. All right. Strikes. Vanguard, Strikes, and Nightfall. The Ordeal will be your 2 playlist options. Each playlist will continue to offer weekly challenges, powerful loot. The Ordeal will continue to feature matchmaking lower difficulties and increase rewards for higher difficulty options. We are also looking to add adept weapons to strikes in future seasons. We'll have updates closer to Season 13 on what to expect, like from Grandmasters. That'd be great. As covered last week, Gambit and Gambit Prime will be consolidated into a single mode. We have some additional details on specific rule changes, as well as development notes from the team on how things are changing and the goals behind them. Hello, Gambiteers. We wanted to give you an explanation of rule changes coming to Gambit in November, as well as a key update from last week. First, some goals you wrote down beforehand. Build a more approachable Gambit Prime, keeping the one-round format with a longer round, but without the Gambit Prime armor perks. Rebalance the moats phase to last 2/3 of each match, rather than half of the match. Speed up the primeval fight compared to Gambit Prime to give more of a feeling of a boss rush. We started with the Gambit Prime encounters, full stop. We started with the Gambit Prime encounters, full stop. However, without the Reaper buffs, the large bosses that came in enemy waves were so tanky. We pulled them all down to mini bosses or elites. The pacing should feel like a Gambit match, like how Gambit feels for a pickup group or how Prime feels with a fully kitted team. We also play tested having the moats phase target a score of 150 and or have a heavier moat drain, but this allowed organized teams to steamroll even more effectively, not less. So we pulled back the current Gambit Prime moat target and drain. We started with the Gambit Prime blockers, but pulled the Taken Captain from the blocker lineup. Thank Christ. There is now a Phalanx, who can be tough to kill, but not as lethal. Since we don't have the armor perks, we also had to remove the 20 moat giant blocker. We kept the invasions during moat phases at 3, just like Gambit Prime, but pulled back the minimum time between invasions during moat phases from 10 seconds to 20 seconds. It never feels good to get invaded back to back. For the boss fight, we started with Gambit Primeval Fight, removed the timed Slayer buffs, increased the primeval health and potency of the player buff given by when killing envoys. We respawn the envoys every 40% damage done to the primeval. So if you get invaded and the primeval is healed a lot, you have the opportunity to get more Slayer buffs and catch up. The fight length ends somewhere in between the original Gambit and Gambit Prime. So we adjust the invasion timer during the primeval phase to match right in between Gambit and Gambit Prime. So it's what, 30 seconds now? Because I think it was 20 in normal Gambit, or was it 30? Gambit Prime, I think, was 45 or 40. Well, it'll be a number. So overall, this mode will be a little quicker than Gambit Prime, mostly due to the shortening of the boss phase and the removal of the larger bosses from the fronts, but one that still gives that great Gambit feeling that you all love. We still hungry for info, and we're excited to bring the heat. As we approach Beyond Light, we'll have more details on how your weekly rituals are changing, economy, Eververse, Sandbox, and more. We're looking forward to talking about things like Solo Queue and Iron Banner, but we have a few things left to tie up as we approach launch. Stay tuned. Interesting. So it sounds like just in general, it's going to be a more streamlined process. One round. The Taken Captain's gone, thank God. You won't be able to like invade, kill everybody, and then kill everybody a second time immediately again. So let me read this again. Started with Gambit Primal Fight. Remove the Time Slayer buffs. Instead, the primeval health and potency of the Slayer buff given by when killing envoys. So we don't know the amount there. So it looks like when you kill envoys, you get a way bigger buff than you used to. But I don't know. The downside, people still don't know that you need to kill them. But that's nice. So basically, they're removing the mechanics that make the boss immune entirely. So there you go. From the time you kill a block to the time you begin bank again. I mean, I'm pretty certain that's a latency issue. That seems to be the case across the board for a lot of those timing issues. Death Summer, Sarcastic, thank you for the resubs. Welcome back. I don't know why it's not updating in my activity feed, but it's not. If I missed your sub, I'm sorry. For some reason, my subs are not updating there anymore. I apologize. You're just not there. Triumph trackers. Last week, we announced some changes coming to Triumphs in November. Various Triumphs and Seals will soon become unavailable, leaving you to figure out which things to prioritize for the end of the season. Partnering with some of the community API creators, there are now multiple options for you to create a checklist of sorts. Here's a quick list in no particular order. They're all amazing. We hope you find one that suits you. So this will allow me to... Is there a thing for it? Hold on. Launch app. That's fine. Where would I go for that? Records? I don't know. Organizer, maybe? No. Where do I go to see that stuff? Tim just tweeted about it. Oh, perfect. Well, we're not done reading the TWaB yet. I just want to see if I can do this. So it's under records. And then I can choose legacy triumphs. Okay. Oh, they're literally right there. I'm just stupid. It looks like I'm missing next to none. I'm apparently missing a bunch from season 10 and season 11. Oh, the power bonus, which I literally can't get. Lamau. Season 11. Secret triumphs. Grandmasters. Hidden urns. So we'll get that soon. Okay. Nothing crazy there. And that should be all of the activity-based ones. Some of the Gambit ones are going away. Some of the Crucible ones are going away. And 2 of the Vanguard ones are going away. One of the campaign ones? Which one? Heroic story missions. Oh, I have to do the Heroic Forsaken camp? I feel like I've done plenty of those. Yeah, whatever. I'll probably finish that out, though. Cool. So there's a way to track things that are going away. But I have most of them. Minus a handful. So that's pretty good. Missing one for destination. Yeah, I don't know which one it is, though. It's a minor destination. It is the hall. Oh, it's doing the old-fashioned way, which I guess I should do eventually. I just don't want to. All right. Noble quest to vanquish all bugs. Anything here that's crazy? API went into maintenance. There's a contact form issue on BungieNet. What they fixed? Players no longer freeze when respawning in Gambit. Enemies will no longer stop spawning in Hexahedron area and the Prophecy Dungeon, blocking players from progressing. Players who completed Time's Match but Catalyst Pursuit will no longer be re-awarded it. Broadsword is now available to reclaim from collections. No longer block quest progress by acquiring calcified light without the quest active. Known issues. Player badge count will sometimes not update when the Season of Arrivals collections badge is completed. The Tribute Hall's Completionist Triumph does not count Season of Collections badges. Players need to complete the Exodus Preparation quest before they can begin the Exodus Evacuation quest for Traveler's Chosen. Wait. That's a known issue? I feel like, wouldn't that make sense? That you have to do one before the other? Okay. The artifact still has enabled Iron Banner. Bounty's progress so is not counted in Iron Banner. Well, that's fun. And then all that stuff. It's weird to think 6 years ago, I was sitting in my friend's garage, wrapped in a blanket, playing through Destiny for the first time after calling out sick from work. I think my initial character was a hunter. The cloaks were cool. And the golden gun shown in the trailers caught my eye. I had no clue what Rampage was, why Suros was considered good, and why anyone would care about an exotic rocket launcher. Fast forward to now, we have a massive community with multiple expansions, exotics, weapons, subclasses, and more under our belts. You fought back the darkness, lost your light, met a wizard that came from the moon, and more. And now, only a few months after looking at a beautiful concept art since 2014, we'll finally sink our boots in the snows of Europa. We'll also be embracing darkness abilities for the first time. I know I've said we're just getting started a few times since starting on the community team, but every release gives a chance to set off on a new path. Fresh experiences with a sense of wonder, challenges that push you and grow your skill, and opportunities to make new friends along the way. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride. Now it's time for me to hop into Iron Banner as I hunt for a few different roles on weaponry. I've heard whispers from sandbox folk on upcoming changes to 110 hand cannons. Might be fun to snag a few random rolls to try out when Beyond Light ships. That conversation is for another time, though. How about next month? We'll see if the little tease makes it through tutorials. If it does, I bet you 200,000 glimmer that someone makes a 5-minute YouTube video about it. Happy hunting. Cheers, DMG. What a nice guy.